Hey y'all, I'm Morgan Myles and I was on season 22 of The Voice, and this is my reaction to my knockouts round with what the world needs now is love. Oh. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Okay, let's just start off with saying when I walked out that day, this was a long day. This day sucked in so many ways because pretty much most of the cast was going home. We knew it. It was because they announced it's a three-way knockout. And we were like, oh my God, our chances are not good. And it just everybody was really, really stressed that day. You could tell it, even the coach's vibe was kind of stressed. It's a very stressful day. And then let's talk about the wardrobe malfunction for me because I have to have one. Maybe it was my good luck charm, but we had made those straps of this gold dress. Like it was, a very teeny strap. Well, decided to walk out on stage and poof, but it was right before we were called. I was standing in line to do so, and then wardrobe goes crazy. They're like, "We gotta sew this. We gotta sew this. We gotta sew this. We gotta sew this." And I was like, "I can't like woo saw and get my energy down. Nope, no, we're gonna just have to deal with a wardrobe malfunction." Anyways, here we go.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, for everyone.
Okay, now, if you guys forget this part, you have these rehearsals before, and it showed it on television. And basically, the prep was your coach came in, said what you could do with the performance. With me, she was like, "You need to use your arms more. You're not moving your arms enough." Okay, so I took that very seriously.
We don't need another meadow.
I'm all about it.
There are cornfields and wheat fields not to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams and not the shine. Oh, listen, Lord,
There's the arms.
if you wanna know.
Now, the great part about this, like, Camila's like all about my arms and my performance and doing like everything. And again, I think that's like the differences of like genres is like, I feel like pop is more expressive in a lot of ways where, country can be a little bit more restrained. And I just was like going off. I was like, and the thing was, I was interpreting this song not from a soft way. I was interpreting it from this like powerful way of the world does need more love, like in an angsty way. And I think Camila understood where I was taking it. I think the judges, the other coaches were like, well, this song is more the sentiment of like a softness, but I was more coming of like a direct vibe. Sweet love. That's why I'm so angsty.
What the world
Needs now.
is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for
And I had to put a big note in because it's the knockouts.
not just for some, but for everyone.
My gosh, was John looking so concerned there? I feel like he was really concerned. Again, I think it was all the arms because later Gwen says I use my arms too much. But anyways, after that, there was this massive talk about my arms, and I just had to laugh because I made it through. Now, knockouts were such a hard day. I would say it was the hardest part of the entire season besides me with the finale, but the problem was that you leave the next day to go home for a few days, and a lot of us were from Nashville. So on that Burbank flight going home, there was only it was only me that was coming back for the playoffs for all the lives, and I just knew how they felt, and I could empathize so deeply with um just what they were all feeling. It was a pretty sad flight. But obviously everybody went on to do great things. So it's not about winning or losing, it's about what you do with this platform. Anyways, thank you to the coaches. I moved on from my knockout round and I was going to lives.